We are back on Taking Care of Business with our guest by phone, Mark Bucher, the president of Californians Against Special Interests, and our old friend, Bob Loewen, the president of Orange County Lincoln Club, talking about Stop Special Interest Money Now. So, where are you guys in the process now? How far along have you come?
Well, we don't even get to start signature gathering until next week. So what we've been doing is raising support. And as Bob mentioned, we've been having a lot of success, and it's almost all coming from individuals who want to take the state back. And so we're ready to launch. This summer is when we're going to be collecting signatures. A perfect time if people want to help collect signatures. But unfortunately, there's not. At StopSpecialInterestMoney.org is our website. There's no petitions there yet, unfortunately, but you can donate. And you can certainly contact us and let us know if you're interested. But the petitions will be next week. The next few months we'll be collecting signatures, and then if we're successful, we will be successful. We're going to get this on the ballot. We'll be on the June 2012 ballot.
Good. Now, there's your website again is StopSpecialInterestMoney.org. It's a great website, and on the website, I went through it yesterday. There is a sheet that says, yes, sign me up as part of the organization supporting the Stop the Special Interest Money Now Act. So there's a place where people can sign up to distribute materials, to volunteer, to walk, to write an opinion paper if necessary. Great website. And anybody interested here in Bakersfield, call this number, 661-327-4141, and sign up for a breakfast that'll be on the 25th of May at the Stockdale Country Club. And Bob and Mark will both be there, and that's next Thursday, May 25th at 7:30. So, and your website, that's a great job you guys did on this website. I really, really went through each page, and it's very, very concise and very well structured to control the issue and show people exactly what you're talking about.
Thank you. By the way, the event is the 25th, Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday.
Thursday.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wednesday the 25th. Okay.
I see this as probably one of the hardest sells that you're going to have when you've got both the corporations and the unions going against you.
Right. We need all the help we can get, including great Americans like the two of you helping get the word out. We're taking them all on.
we need earned media, that's for sure.
Yeah. So that's why I appreciate so much the chance to be on, to let people hear what's going on. They're going to do everything they can to silence us. And yes, it's both the corporations and the unions. And they'll have the money, but we've got right on our side. This is the right thing to do for California.
Well, it's definitely the right thing to do. It's just getting it done. I hope that we have enough signatures and you have enough money to fight the unions and to fight the corporations. But you talked about $9 million that were raised with two organizations just recently, and both of those will probably be going against you.
Yes.
Yeah, but the other thing you've got going is you're doing this right this time, as opposed to the last time we attempted this, because it's not only, like you say, the unions, but it's also the corporations. So you're kind of taking the legs out of the issue. You're saying, hey, this is what it is. We've got a problem in California, and we're trying to not pick on one particular group. We're looking at the problem in its totality and saying this is what we have to do to solve the problem. So
yes, we've been hearing that for a long time. Some people have already been saying, "Oh, this is just Wisconsin all over again." This is just Ohio. This is just Indiana. This is just more of the union bashing that everybody's been doing, and it's just not. It's not Wisconsin. This is California. We have unique problems in California. We have our own unique solutions here in California, and this is something that we have tailored to meet the unique problems of California.
No, this is Clay again, and I still go back and say, where are you going to get the funds? Obama goes in and they solicit $5 and $10 every time they send an email out, and he's got 6 or 7 million people. What we need to do is get a program similar to that, where you're just asking for $5 or $10 from every individual, rather than 100 or 200 or 1,000.
And we'll be doing that. As soon as we have the funding to be on the ballot, then we turn around and start raising funds for the campaign, and certainly we have a strategy for that.
Yeah, there's kind of a two-stage process. You got to get on the ballot, and when you're there's a lot of initiatives that try and get on the ballot and they never do, and so once you get on the ballot, then you're actually an event that's going to happen, and people can start rallying around it. So that's the time for something like that. It's also going to be the time for talk radio to jump in big time and show their power, because talk radio represents the average citizen out there who's sick of what's going on, and it'll be a great something we can team with you guys on, because that's where you can drive people to a website who'll give $5, $10, $15, $25. And that's where we're going to need to get our money from. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, definitely. We're having a conversation with Bob Loewen, president of the Orange County Lincoln Club, and Mark Bucher, the president of Californians Against Special Interest. So how many signatures are you going to need, Bob, and by when?
It's we need to collect about 1 million signatures. They have to be collected. You have 150 days, 5 months from when they okay you. So we're getting the okay to collect signatures right about June 1st. That takes us through October, and so that's our time period. The summer's a really good time to collect signatures. So we're really trying to hit it hard right as people get out of school. So the summer months is when we're going to be collecting them, But we absolutely need to be turned in by October.
Okay, so if you're looking at a timeline, right now you're trying to get the word out and you're trying to get some funding going.
Yes.
And then the signature starting process is when?
Next week.
Oh, next week?
Next week is as soon as the AG releases what's called the title and summary, which is the bold lettering you see at the top of the initiatives that if someone's collecting signatures and you sign. That's called title and summary. They have to give that to you, and you got to print it at the top of the petitions, and then we hit the streets. And that's all supposed to happen next week.
Okay, and you have 150 days from then to collect the 1 million signatures.
Yeah, it's about 1 million. You don't need that many to get on the ballot, but there's always some that are bad, or people move, or they can't read them, and so you figure on getting about 1 million.
So if this was to pass, we're assuming it's going to pass, what's the next step? I mean, how are they going to implement it, and when will it be implemented?
Well, this is all. There's something in California called the Political Reform Act, which governs all of the giving by candidates and created PACs and everything that people know of, and this is all essentially a statute within that act, and so that the people that oversee elections would create the specific rules and regulations. It all goes into effect January 1st, 2013. And then, in other words, 6 months after the election. And from that point on, you would, corporations and unions couldn't make any more donations. All the money coming out of paychecks would have to stop. All contributions would have to be voluntary.
Until they get in front of a judge and the judge reverses everything.
Well, they would try. That's always, litigation seems to be what always happens in these situations. But we have one of the best lawyers in California. Have drafted this and worked on it, and we feel like we have a pretty solid case that this is a legal document. It's been well crafted, and that it will survive litigation.
Okay. In the minute we have left, gentlemen, I just want to stress, where people can find out more information and how they can become involved. So you're looking at, your website is stopspecialinterestmoney.org, and it's a great website, stopspecialinterestmoney.org. Is there a phone number or anything yet set up, Mark, that people can use, or is this the best place to go for right now?
That's the best place to go. It's the easiest to remember,
okay.
And that's where people want to go. If they're interested, send us an email, and we'll get right back to you. Anything your listeners can do to help, it's going to make a big difference.
You bet. And if you're available, here's a phone number locally, 661-327-4141. That's 327-4141. And ask them about the breakfast, 7:30 on Wednesday, May 25th at the Stockdale Country Club. Bob, Mark, thank you very, very much for being here. I really appreciate it, and we would love to have you back when the time permits and when you need us.
Great.
Sounds great, Marty, and Clay. Thanks a lot.
Okay. We'll see you in 167 hours on Taking Care of Business on Kern Radio Newstalk 1180.